Hi everyone, it's Dana Cox here at Animal Wellness. Today we're going to be talking with Dr. Keith Weingardt about KSM-66 Ashwagandha, an incredible adaptogenic herb. Dr. Keith is a veterinarian, a certified veterinary acupuncturist, and an herbalist, so he knows what he's talking about. Welcome, Keith. Now, I know ashwagandha has been making waves in the human health industry for years. I have it in my own supplements cupboard. Now we're seeing it in pet products. So can you tell me a little bit about its history?
First of all, thanks for having me here to talk about ashwagandha, especially the KSM-66. So ashwagandha has been in use for thousands of years, like 3,000 years, I believe. It's been used in Ayurvedic medicine as well as traditional medical systems, and has really shined in all that time. I mean, I think one of the words I've heard used to describe it is it's Indian ginseng. Okay, so it's a real vitality tonic.
Right, and I understand that ashwagandha can help our animal companions on a number of fronts.
And I think why it's used now so much, we're using it more in veterinary medicine, is because it has such a high safety profile. And it has such a system-wide effect in how it can help the body find its way into balance. Because truly, health and disease is really, this undulating wave of trying to find our way of homeostasis and staying within that degree of balance. And ashwagandha falls into that class of herbs called adaptogens, which allows our body to really deal with the non-specific stress that we are exposed to on a daily basis, and helps us to achieve that balance that we're all seeking in our bodies to try and be healthy.
I was introduced to adaptogenic herbs many years ago at a veterinary conference. The whole idea of an herb being able to adapt to address so many issues in the body, I find it just incredible. So where have you found it to be beneficial in practice?
When I first started using ashwagandha as an herbalist, I found it to be very helpful when I was helping support patients who had endocrine disturbances. So, for example, animals with, borderline low thyroid, where you could tell they were going to be hypothyroid, but they weren't necessarily at the point where we needed to reach for a medication or a synthetic supplement, where we could try and help support their thyroid gland using something like ashwagandha. Ashwagandha has also been helpful in veterinary medicine as a calming adaptogen. So you'll find it in several calming formulas that are out there on the market now, and I think that's where it's really kind of found its place as well. We utilize it in in ThornVet's canine geriatric basic nutrients, because we find it as an adaptogen to really help animals in the aging process, right? So we're maintaining that vitality.
I know that in addition to being a veterinarian, you're also a formulator for ThornVet. And you've used ashwagandha in your formulations. Why did you choose KSM-66?
Thorn on the human realm, the research side has worked with KSM-66 for a long time, and we carried that over into our veterinary line because we wanted to have an herbal supply that we knew was the cleanest, no solvents used, and that was going to have the highest concentration with amyloids, but also all those other constituents that work together. We call it synergistically to help support the formulation. When you look at something like ashwagandha, similar to reishi as a mushroom, they've been around for thousands of years. I mean, they were vaunted for their longevity properties. So it's like these plants have stood the test of time. And just because we have all these whistles and bells, it doesn't change the fact that these plants have been utilized for thousands of years with good benefit. So it's just, we keep trying to reinvent the wheel, but ultimately the answer has been here in the plants all along.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for joining us. And to everyone watching, I hope you enjoyed this video on KSM-66 Ashwagandha. You can look for it in high quality pet products. Thanks for watching.